I did not think about aging before we took this class, and I think that's just because we're young and we don't really think about it. We think about what's going on right now. We think about our future careers and like getting married and stuff. Aging just isn't something I even think, like our parents probably don't even think about. Like, you just get older every year and that's that. You don't think about like when you're gonna be 80. Like, who knows if I'm even gonna make it to 80? I don't know.
As I get older, I think about it more and more.
Are you scared? Are you optimistic?
I'm not scared because I have the Lord in my life.
Okay.
So I know I'm going to heaven. I hope you are too. So no, it doesn't. Well, I wouldn't say it doesn't scare me. I mean, certain aspects of it, like getting a disease or something incurable, obviously would not be the best ending. Uh, so, but as far as the end in general, I don't worry about it too much.
We knock on wood, and I think I said this before. We've been very lucky because we've been healthy, and I standing at the window waiting to hear from you, and I'm watching people go by. It's a courtyard here, where we live, and I see people all hunched over, and they're barely walking, and they're holding on to walkers and canes, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I know she's younger than I am, or I know she's my age, or a year older, or whatever. And I can't imagine having to do that. I've been so lucky.
Yeah.
So that's part of it for sure, being healthy. As long as you're healthy, you can do just about anything.
My vision is pretty good. I wear glasses because I can't read far away, and I have a feeling later in life I'll need glasses or contacts as I get older because my vision will get worse. Oh, yeah, when I was younger, I had like double vision and I couldn't read, so that could be a possibility of coming back, like once our eyes begin to degenerate.
So do you wear contacts or glasses?
Both.
How long have you been wearing them?
Uh, 40 years.
Does your vision keep declining as you age?
No, it's plateaued at this point.
Okay, then I had my yearly exam, and it was great. Everything came out fine. My eyes hadn't changed. I don't need glasses for an old lady. That's pretty good.
That is good.
So you know, it, I was very pleased, and Grandpa's due to have his soon.
Yeah, it's been about 5, 6 years since I've been.
Bad.
But I don't see a need right now. But I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he still has the same glasses, and he still seems to, function fine
That's good.
with his eyes right. So, yeah, you notice little changes, as you get older. But luckily, so far, nothing major. He's never had them. I had them in both eyes. I didn't even, the doctor tells you you've got a cataract. You don't even know it. At least for me, I didn't know I had them. And he would tell me when it's getting worse. And now I think you should have them done. You have one at a time. And it was so easy for me. We walked home afterwards. I mean, who has surgery and then walks home? It was fine. It was a piece of cake. So that was great. And I see, as I said, my eyes are fine.
Right.
So I was glad to get it over with. I was nervous, but it's like 15 minutes and you're done. And my doctor said, "Oh, you're not going to see a whole lot better or anything. It's hard to describe, but
It's like
it's just
fog.
taking the film off,
Yeah.
basically. It's like a film on your eye, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't find much of a difference.
I think at the age of 65, people should have to retake like the vision test and like the rules of the road test. and then maybe again at 80 if they are still driving, because some people just can't drive anymore. And I think it's because we never have to take the road test again after we turn 16. It's a long time to go without someone checking to make sure you're still safe on the road. I don't think they forget the rules. I just think that, like, as we age, our vision goes, our cognition slows down a lot. So, like, they drive slower, and, like, that's even more dangerous than, like, driving too fast. Like,
They tend to drive a little slow, but I would say probably like 75 would be a good age to maybe revisit it.
Do you think they should have to keep retaking that test?
I don't know if they should have to keep taking the road test, but definitely maybe an eye test, just to make sure that their vision hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I think it's more mental now than visual. I think my vision is still pretty good, but sometimes just interpreting what I'm saying, what I'm seeing, and make sure that there's a delay for you to react, and that delay is got to be quicker. And that's my concern about driving. Not quite as quick to make a decision. And sometimes I make crazy decisions. and I don't understand why, because I come home and I say, why did I do that? And some of them, remember one time with Andrew, I went down Mass Avenue the wrong way?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was, just to escape the traffic. It was so bad. And I shouldn't have done that, because if a guy was coming up the other way, he obviously would have hit us, and it would have been head on head.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly, a little bit. It's declined a little.
Are there certain pitches that you just... A lot of times with older adults, they can't really hear the higher pitches,
Right.
so you have to speak a little lower for them.
I assume that it's probably gotten worse, but I've never been tested, so.
Mine hasn't. Luckily, again, knock on wood, I hear very well. But his,
My one ear was at 80%, the other ear was at 40%. The doctors that I was at realized that I needed hearing aids. And before that, I knew my ears went bad from the teaching. The only way I could teach was to walk down the middle of the classroom and asking kids to repeat, and it just got bad. So honestly, Madison, I didn't have any confidence in the hearing aids, particularly because of because of Grammy's experiences.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I needed them, but yet I knew I needed them. You know how it's the macho thing.
Yeah.
So I put up with it for about a year or two.
Yeah.
And then said, no, I need to do it. And so I went to the local hospital here, and they gave me some excellent examinations and determined that 80 in one and 40 in the other, and then they talked among themselves about what I actually needed, and they felt that one ear actually has the hearing aid, the other ear, the right ear, just has an amplifier.
Okay.
And the amplifier talks to the left ear, which is the good ear. And they felt they wanted to make that decision because of Nana and everyone else, that make sure that they should sit on my right,
Yeah.
especially when I'm driving, because the right was so bad. But I went for a hearing test about a year ago, and they said that my right ear is now improved by 40%, so I'm close to 80. My left ear still the same. So they wanted me to get 2 hearing aids for each ear, but we can't afford it right now. Yeah.
I feel like for our generation, we're probably gonna have more neck pain, like chronic neck pain from like always looking down. Like we always have our computers in our laps and we're always looking down. Or probably like a lot of arthritis in our hands and our thumbs from texting and typing. And I also think that we'll probably have a lot of cognitive issues because we have autocorrect and spell check and all these things that they didn't have back in the day. So I feel like our alliteration is going to go down, and I feel like it already has. I feel like some people are still not grammarly correct and can't spell, and I think that's all due to technology and that we have all these things that just fix it for us.
Yeah, definitely think. Well, and who knows? When obviously we're not the scientists or the doctors, but definitely think that the loud music and the headphones and stuck in your ear all the time. And I wonder if that will be a problem as they get older, in terms of their hearing. And then just the eyes. I think that we stare at this computer all day. We at the iPads and Facebook, and so I don't know. I think sometimes that might not be great for your eyesight in the long run, but who knows? One of the things that I think is very important to acknowledge is the mental capacity and the toll that life takes on you. And I think I mentioned that I took in grad school this marvelous professor who taught us. It was called I can't remember the name of the class now, but controversial issues. That's what it was. I knew it was there somewhere. That's the thing that we didn't talk about is memory. Memory loss is just so hard to deal with. But especially because it's there, but you can't find it. It's there. We know it's there. But the sadness that you live with, or the emotional stuff that you live with, because you have so much loss in your life. You reach 80, Megan. We can't believe we're here. Where did the time go, as everybody says? But you have loss of your body, the way it used to look. Your hair sometimes, lots of other things, and then the loss of friends and family. So much loss as you get older, and it's sad. It's hard. It's really hard. And people don't talk about it. They say, "Oh well, they're old," or I guess they're depressed or what. But why? And to acknowledge it and talk about it is really important, I think. So.
Including loss of animals like Cooper.
Yeah.
And we just lost Bucky.
Yeah. Julia's dog.
Julia's dog. And, there's a lot. Friends in particular.
A lot of friends. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So, just to incorporate that into how you're responding, how you're feeling, how you're getting through the day. Because you might say, "Oh, I'm fine and dandy, there's nothing wrong with me," but yet you're just kind of feeling sad, dragging, I don't feel like going out today. Things like that, you need to pay attention to. Because, it's, and you're going to be working in this field, so it isn't just that your patient comes in and says, "Oh, my foot hurts," or "I've got a headache," or "I didn't sleep well last night." Pay attention to what's going on with them, because it could be some deep depression. So anyway, that's my shtick.
It's important.
Anything else that you can think of?
No.
That's another thing we never even mentioned, but that's so important to have good genes. Look at how long my parents lived. My goodness, my mother was 103. Yeah, and my father was 91. So that's amazing.
The other thing I want to stress, very important, and I think we did it, we tried to do it with you guys, is talk, communicate, keep talking, especially to your partner. And it's great. It's great if you keep accepting each other and talking to each other. It helps. I think it extends your life. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every now and then you go somewhere and I'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, if you're together 24/7, you could kill each other too.
Well, that's why we should talk.
This is our legacy to our granddaughter. Marry a guy that you can stand enough that you can spend that much time with him. We need to get along.
Yeah.
You know, but we need to talk to each other, and we learn so much from each other. You know. So, except I had a black. Well, I had a black eye, the second one, and my dean came in and he asked one of my colleagues, you know, does she have surgery or LASIK surgery or something? And I said, no, tell him that my husband just beat me up last night. So, and we're kidding around about it, and you know, before you know it, you're fine.
Yeah.
So.
You didn't tell me that.
Let's keep you guessing.
Wrong yours, wrong twos.
Yeah.
Don't capitalize I's. I'm like, freaking do your job. You learn it in like second grade.
Hey, I tried the vaping. I didn't like it. So I'd say, there's my kitty. Hey, Mercedes. Oh, she's such a sweetie. Oh, yeah, she's such a sweetie.
Me too.
You're welcome, Vincent.
Oh, for sure. I truly believe in climate change, and they've got to get on the stick and do what they need to do to make things better, because they're just letting things go, and then they're arguing about is there climate change or not. You know, come on, we've got beyond that.
Have fun while you're young. That's it.